Madrid, La Almudena Cemetery. Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. Diego Herrera, 52, a real estate tycoon. He comes as he does every week to visit the grave of his wife Carmen, who died 3 years ago. But today he sees something that shocks him. A young waitress in uniform, sitting in front of the same grave, is weeping desperately. "Excuse me," says Diego, approaching. "Did you know my wife, Carmen?" The girl lifts her tear-streaked face. "Carmen Herrera was the woman who saved my life." "How?" "3 years ago I was homeless, jobless, hopeless. Your wife found me under a bridge and gave me a chance." Diego is breathless. "That's not possible. Carmen never mentioned you to me. Because she made me promise I'd never say who she was. She wanted her help to remain a secret." At that moment, the waitress pulls out a letter. "She left this for me to give to you if anything happened to her." Diego opens the letter. What he reads will change his life forever. Diego Herrera had everything. A net worth of 2 billion euros, villas across Spain, thriving businesses. But ever since his wife Carmen died in an accident 3 years ago, he's felt empty. Every Sunday at 7:30 a.m., he visits her grave at La Almudena. It's his only vulnerable moment. "Hello, my love. I miss you so much," he always whispers. But that October Sunday, he saw something unexpected. A young waitress sitting in front of Carmen's grave, crying silently. "Excuse me, miss, I think there's some mistake." The girl looked up. Her green eyes held the same sweetness as Carmen's. "You must be Diego," she said, trembling. "Your wife always spoke of you." Diego froze. "You knew Carmen." "Carmen Herrera saved my life." "Carmen never told me about you." "My name is Lucia Morales. 3 years ago, I was homeless. I slept under the Segovia Bridge. I had no job, no family, no hope." Diego listened, incredulous. "One December night, terribly cold. Your wife found me. I was dying of cold. She took me to the hospital, paid for my care, gave me a place to stay. Carmen did charity, but she never told you about me because she made me promise not to reveal her identity. She said true generosity doesn't seek recognition." That sounds like Carmen. "She found me a job as a waitress at Casa Lucio. She paid for professional courses. She taught me everything. How to dress, how to talk to customers, how to believe in myself. And now I'm head waitress, I have an apartment, a decent life, all thanks to your wife." Diego was speechless. "I've come here every Sunday for 3 years to thank the woman who gave me a second chance. I come at 6:30. I know you arrive at 7:30. I didn't want to intrude. Today you were late, because today is the perfect day." "What do you mean?" Lucia took out a letter. "Carmen left this. She told me to give it to you exactly 3 years after her death. If we met." Diego took the letter with trembling hands. He recognized Carmen's elegant handwriting. What he read shocked him completely. With trembling hands, Diego opened Carmen's letter. "My dearest Diego. If you're reading this, it means I have died and you have finally met Lucia. I know you'll be shocked I never told you about her, but I had my reasons. Lucia isn't just a girl I helped. She is much more. When I found her under that bridge, dying of cold, I saw something special in her, the same light you had when we met, the will to fight, to get back up, to believe life can be better. Diego, I know that when I die, you'll become that cold, distant man you were before me again. I know you'll lock yourself in your work and forget what it means to live, but I don't want that for you. Lucia has a heart as big as yours, only she shows hers while you hide yours. Help her as I helped you, and let her help you find the joy of living. It's no accident you met her. Today, I arranged for everything to happen exactly like this. In the drawer of my nightstand, you'll find a key. It's for the lake house in Cuenca that I bought in secret. It's for Lucia. It's my final gift to her, and to you. I love you forever. Carmen. P.S. Lucia knows nothing about the house. It's a surprise. Diego finished with tears in his eyes. What did it say? Lucia asked timidly. Carmen was right about everything, as always. What do you mean, Mr. Herrera? Can you take the afternoon off? Of course. But why? Because I have to show you something. Something Carmen left for you. 2 hours later, Diego and Lucia were driving to Cuenca. Mr. Herrera, said Lucia, I don't know what Carmen wrote, but I don't want anything. She already gave me everything. I know. And that's precisely why you deserve what's about to happen. They arrived at a little house overlooking a lake, surrounded by a tended garden. Diego used the key from Carmen's drawer. This house is yours. Lucia paled. What? That's not possible. Lucia went inside. It was tastefully furnished, every detail thought out for her. On the table was another letter with her name. Dear Lucia. This house is a symbol of the new life you built, but above all, it's the place where I hope you can help Diego find happiness. He needs someone like you, pure, genuine, full of life. And you need someone like him, strong, protective, capable of giving you the security you deserve. Take care of each other. It's my final wish. Carmen. Lucia cried. I can't accept all this. Carmen never took no for an answer, Diego smiled. But that night, watching Lucia in the garden of her new house, Diego understood Carmen had orchestrated something much bigger than a simple gift. The following days were strange for both. Lucia couldn't believe she owned a house, while Diego, for the first time in 3 years, thought of something other than work. I can't accept this house, Lucia said when Diego returned on Wednesday. It's too much. Carmen was stubborn. If you don't accept, she'll probably haunt my dreams, Diego joked. You still hurt a lot, don't you? Diego sat, feeling vulnerable. Every day. Carmen was my anchor. Without her, I feel lost. Would you like to tell me about her? For the first time in 3 years, Diego really talked about Carmen, not the painful memories, but the beautiful ones. We met 15 years ago. I was a ruthless businessman, only interested in profit. She worked at a foundation for children. She was my opposite, generous, selfless. How did you fall in love? She taught me that money doesn't bring happiness. She taught me the value of kindness, of generosity. Lucia listened, fascinated. Carmen told me you were the most romantic man in the world. Diego smiled for the first time. I brought her a different flower every day. She kept them all, dried them, and put them in an album. The album is still at your house? Yes, but I can't look at it. It hurts too much. Lucia took his hand. Diego, pain doesn't go away by hiding from it. Carmen taught me that. What do you mean? The first year she helped me, I didn't want to talk about what had happened to me. She told me, Lucia, wounds you don't heal become infections. She was right. And what had happened to you? My parents died when I was 18. For 5 years I drifted from job to job, from place to place. I ended up on the street. Diego felt a deep connection. That's exactly how I feel now. But you're not alone. I have acquaintances, not friends. Carmen was the only one who really knew me. Can I tell you something Carmen always repeated to me? Tell me. That you were the kindest man she'd ever met. She said you hid your heart behind a businessman's facade, but that you were actually the most sensitive person in the world. Diego felt his eyes grow damp. Carmen always saw the best in people. In me, too. And she was right. Lucia, can I ask you something? Anything. Tomorrow is Sunday. Would you come with me to the cemetery? I don't want to go alone anymore. Lucia smiled. It would be an honor. But neither of them could imagine what awaited them the next day. Like this story? Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's continue with the video. Monday morning, Diego received an unexpected call. "Hello, this is Miguel Morales, Lucia's brother." Diego was surprised. "Lucia never mentioned you." "Because we haven't spoken in years." "Mr. Herrera, I need to speak with you urgently about my sister." "What's wrong?" "Let's meet at your office. It's important." An hour later, Miguel Morales, 30, dressed shabbily, was in Diego's office. "Mr. Herrera, Lucia has lied to you." "What do you mean?" "Lucia didn't end up on the street by bad luck. She ended up there because she stole 50,000 euros from the company she worked for." Diego paled. "That's impossible." Miguel showed a folder with documents. "I have proof. Lucia is a con artist. Now she's conning you." "What do you want from me?" "For you to be careful. Lucia is dangerous." That night, Diego went to the lake house, but he couldn't look Lucia in the eye. "Is something wrong?" Lucia asked. "Your brother Miguel came to see me today." Lucia's face darkened. "Miguel? What did he want?" "He told me you stole money, that you ended up on the street because of it." Lucia dropped the knife she was holding. "Diego, the truth is complicated. Tell me everything." "Miguel is right about one thing. I stole that money." Diego's heart broke. "Why?" "Because my brother had lost everything gambling. He owed 100,000 euros to loan sharks. They told me they'd kill him if he didn't pay." "And you?" "I stole 50,000 euros from the company. Not for me, to save Miguel's life. But it wasn't enough." "What happened?" "Miguel took the money and, instead of paying the debts, gambled it all away again. He lost everything in one night." "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I was ashamed. I did something wrong, even if for a righteous reason. Carmen knew. She's the only person I ever told." "And what does Miguel want now?" "Probably money. That's all he ever wants." Diego had to make the most difficult decision of his life. Trust Lucia, or believe Miguel's accusations? Diego spent the night sleepless. The next day, he called his lawyer to verify the story. "I've looked into Miguel Morales," the lawyer reported. "He has a record for fraud, extortion, gambling addiction. He is indeed Lucia's brother, but he's dangerous." "And Lucia?" "Lucia did steal that money 3 years ago, but the victim dropped the charges when he learned the motive. The owner said Lucia was a model employee." "So, Lucia told the truth?" "Yes. She stole to save her brother, not for herself." That night, Diego rushed to the lake house. "Lucia, I have to apologize." "For what?" "For doubting you. It was normal. Miguel is convincing." "How can you not hate him?" "He ruined your life." "Because Carmen taught me that hate only hurts the one who feels it. Miguel is sick. He has a gambling problem." Diego hugged her. "Carmen was right about everything." "What do you mean?" "In her letter, she wrote that you would help me find the joy of living. She was right. And you helped me understand that I deserve to be happy." "Lucia, can I tell you something?" "Anything." "I think Carmen made us meet not just to heal our wounds, but for something bigger." "What?" "To learn to love again." Lucia looked into his eyes. "Diego, I feel it too. But I'm afraid." "Of what?" "Of not being enough for you. You saved your brother by risking everything. You're the bravest person I know." At that moment, a robin appeared and landed on Lucia's shoulder. "Carmen is giving us her blessing," Lucia whispered. Diego cupped her face. "I love you, Lucia. Carmen knew it before I did." "I love you too." They kissed as the robin sang, and Diego finally felt his heart healing. 1 year after that first meeting in the cemetery, Diego and Lucia married. The ceremony was in the garden of the lake house overlooking Cuenca. Carmen would be so happy, Diego said, waiting for Lucia at the altar. I promise to love you, protect you, and grow with you every day, Diego said, placing the ring. I promise to be your partner, your confidant, and your best friend forever, Lucia responded. After the ceremony, they went to the cemetery to bring the bouquet to Carmen's grave. Thank you, said Diego. You were right about everything. Lucia saved me. And Diego saved me, Lucia added. You gave us a second chance at happiness. 2 years later, their daughter Carmen was born, named for the woman who made their love possible. Who's the lady in the picture? Little Carmen asked at 5 years old. She's an angel, said Lucia. An angel who brought mommy and daddy together. Diego transformed his company into a charitable foundation, helping young people in difficulty. Carmen taught me that true wealth isn't money, he always said. It's the love we give and receive. Lucia ran a foundation for women in difficulty. Even Miguel had changed. Diego helped him overcome his gambling addiction by giving him a job at the foundation. On Sundays, Diego, Lucia, and little Carmen went to the cemetery. Good morning, Grandma Carmen, the little girl would say. I brought you flowers I picked. And a robin always appeared. See, Mommy? Grandma is smiling at us. That night at the lake house, watching little Carmen play, Diego said, You know what I think? What? That Carmen never really died. She lives in us, in our daughter, in every act of love we do. A robin landed on the windowsill, sang sweetly, and flew away. I love you, whispered Diego. I love you too, Lucia responded. And somewhere, Carmen smiled, knowing her final gift had been the most beautiful one of all, the love that heals everything. If this story touched your heart, if you believe in the power of love that heals, leave a little heart below. Have you ever received help from a stranger that changed your life? Do you believe love can heal any wound? Like if you think everyone deserves a second chance. Subscribe for stories that will make you believe in true love. Share with someone who needs hope. Comment below. Love heals everything. If you believe it too, remember. Sometimes angels are real, and they use ordinary people to perform extraordinary miracles.